Hello, students. Today we're going to dive into something that's, well, all around us. Manufacturing industries. These are the real engines that power our country. And you might be surprised at just how much they're a part of your daily life. So let's get started.
So, let's start with something simple. Think about your journey to school today. How did you get here? Did you come in a bus, a car, or maybe a scooter? Whatever it was, all of those vehicles, they come from a huge industry. Okay, now what about the device you're using to watch me right now? Have a look. Is it a mobile phone? Or maybe a computer? Well, guess what? These gadgets also come from another very important industry. So you see, these things you use every single day, they connect us to the two big topics we are going to explore. First, the automobile industry, that's where our vehicles come from, and second, the information technology industry, the one that gives us all our gadgets.
All right, let's start with the first one, the automobile industry. It's often called the wheels of the nation because, well, it literally keeps our country moving. So, what is the automobile industry, really? It's quite simple. It's the industry that builds vehicles. All kinds of vehicles, and their main job is to help us transport goods and passengers, like you and me, from one place to another, nice and quick. And let me tell you, India's automobile industry is massive. We make so many different kinds of vehicles right here. Just think about it. We build big trucks that carry goods across the country, buses that take people to work and school, cars for families, and for getting around town, we have motorcycles and scooters. And of course, you can't forget the three-wheelers we see everywhere, and those bigger multi-utility vehicles too. This industry is so much more than just making cars and buses. It's absolutely vital. It's the backbone of our transport system. It makes trade possible between different cities and states. And something very important, it creates many jobs for people all over India.
Now, for a long time, this industry wasn't as big as it is today. But then, a huge change happened. And this change was because of something called liberalization. This is a very important word to remember, liberalization. It just means that the government changed the rules to make it easier for new companies to come in and sell their vehicles in India.
And the effect of this, wow, it was huge. Just look, before liberalization, you had very few choices for cars, and they all used older technology. But after liberalization, the whole market just opened up. We started getting new, modern models. This led to a really healthy growth for the entire industry. And because there were so many new options, demand in the market shot up. People suddenly had so much more to choose from. Okay, so let's just take a small pause here and recap what we've just learned. It's simple, but very important. The automobile industry gives us all our vehicles for transport, right? And it grew very fast after that big policy change called liberalization. Got it?
All right, good. So we've talked about how we travel. But what about that screen you're looking at? Let's switch gears now and explore the world of electronics.
And this brings us to our second big topic, the IT and electronics industry. You could say this is the industry that's behind India's digital revolution.
So first, let's understand what the electronics industry even is. It's really broad. It covers a huge range of products, everything from the old transistor radios your grandparents might have used, all the way to modern televisions, telephones, and of course, computers. Now, inside this huge electronics industry, there's a really special part we call the information technology industry, or you probably know it as the IT industry. And what does it focus on? Well, it's all about computers, both the parts you can touch, the hardware, and the programs and apps that make them work, the software. And whenever we talk about the IT industry in India, there's one city that always comes to mind, right? Bangalore. It's even known as the electronic capital of India. And a big reason for this is that it has many software technology parks. These are basically special areas designed to help IT companies grow. And while Bangalore is the biggest, it's not the only one. You can see other important centers like Hyderabad, Pune, and Chennai here as well. So, you might be wondering, why is this IT industry so important for India? Well, there are a few key reasons. First, it creates a huge number of jobs. Second, the growth in both computer hardware and software is really a key to the success of our whole economy. And third, it helps India export its services around the world, and that helps us earn foreign exchange. So, as we start to wrap this up, I want you to see that these big industries, they aren't some faraway idea. They're right here, all around us, shaping our world every single day. Let's do a quick summary of what we've learned, shall we? First, we talked about the automobile industry. It gives us our vehicles for transport and really took off after liberalization. Simple. Second, we have the IT and electronics industry. This is the one that gives us our computers and phones, and it's so important because it creates so many jobs. So here's a little something for you to think about. The next time you are traveling in a vehicle, or just using your phone, pause for a second. Think about these massive industries that made them possible. And my final question for you is this: what other manufactured items are part of your daily life? Look around you and think about it. Thank you for joining me.